Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Steph. Thank you so much for being here. So today I'm going to be doing a little review on my Gucci Marmont belt. This is my most worn belt. I have worn it almost every single day for the last 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. 2 years, okay. So let's just get into it. This belt I did not purchase. This was a birthday gift for my 22nd birthday from my mother. There's a little bit of backstory to this. I originally got the belt in brown and silver in a size 95 for my birthday. My mom just got it for me because it was the only one that was in stock. She didn't know my size, but knew that I had wanted one for a year. Like, it had been out for a year before I got it. Like, that's how long I had kind of been wanting it. And it was something that I was like planning and saving for, but she was nice enough to buy it for me for my birthday, which is amazing. I love my mom. So, it was in brown with silver hardware. Brown is not my color. And at the time, I still do. I still want the belt with silver hardware, but just the fact that it was brown, it wasn't even like the tan color brown, it was like a very dark brown. It was too big, and you know, it wasn't right. So we ended up returning the belt, waiting. So fast forward 6 months to, I don't know, 5 months to June. In June, we have been looking for this belt. We looked for it in Singapore. Then we looked for it in Miami. And then we looked for it in, I think, Vancouver. No, we looked for it at West Palm Beach. Then we looked for it in Miami. And I think the final thing was Vancouver or something. So across like 4 or 5 cities, like 8 months or something of searching. Like, we had started searching before Christmas too. Like, it was insane. We had no luck. And effectively, the very last place we went to was our home store at Square One in Mississauga, Ontario. Whole turn for you. Woo! And I was like, do you have this in my size? She was like, no, but you can always order it online. And I was like, wow, why didn't I think of this like months ago? So I ended up ordering my belt online in June, like very beginning of June. Pre-order. The fulfillment dates were anywhere from 4 weeks to 8 months. Oh yeah. That's a bitch of an in-between time. Luckily, I ended up getting the belt at the beginning of July, right before I left for Singapore. Brought the belt with me. It was the first trip that this belt took, and I've never traveled without it since, nor has it left my daily rotation. So this is my belt. It has gold hardware, which, I mean, I wear more silver jewelry, but it's fine on the mixing metal front. And my belt is reversible. So one side is black and one side is a dark brown. You like low-key can't tell the difference unless you are in like direct sunlight and it's not overcast. So I ended up getting the reversible belt for the very practical reason of 2 belts in one is better than 2 separate belts. Closet space wise, financially wise, all of that. So, and I was like, at any point if I'm wearing a lot of white or caramels or something, I would want a brown belt. The double-sided belt is definitely more expensive. I think I got mine for $640 and the regular belts are like 400 something dollars. So there was definitely a markup, but when you consider that one belt is 400 something and then two belts would have been 800 something, almost 900, you know, two and one for like 6 something is okay. What you need to know about this belt. The black and brown are very similar. Like, it's almost like not worth it, but I mean it still is, but like it's very similar. You do get 2 belt loops. This one, and then I have my second one on the actual belt itself. One is brown, one is black, so when you flip the belt, you can either wear both or just wear the one that corresponds. I personally just leave the black one on because I usually only wear the black side. That's just a personal preference. I know that if you have a more diverse wardrobe in terms of colors, and if you like to wear a lot more neutral, warm tones, like earth tones and stuff, as well as whites, grays, and blacks, then yeah, you would definitely get wear out of both sides. I just kind of lean towards white, grays, blacks, so black is kind of my thing. The belt loop itself is not anchored, whereas with the other belts, the belt loop is kind of like set and it's attached, you know, with a piece of leather here, so it's not, it will move closer to the belt buckle, but it won't go past a certain point. This one will completely slide off, so you need to be careful about that as you are changing and as you are kind of, you know, if you're packing and stuff, just keep in mind that you always know where your belt loop is. I recommend leaving it in the duster bag that it comes in. Now, things really you need to know before buying this belt. It's double-sided. You really don't need to spend the extra money if you are going to only wear black, for instance, or if you're only going to wear brown, like get that belt in the color that you want. I chose both just for the simple longevity of the belt. I'm, you know, likely to go through a phase at some point where I wear a lot of earth tones, so I didn't want to cut myself off from that option, nor did I particularly want to put myself in a position in the future where I would have to buy another belt like this in such a similar tone. I do want to get the silver hardware and black, and I also would like to get the kind of like cognac color brown and gold, but that's like a separate thing. In terms of your basic, you know, dark colored belts, if you were someone who, like I said, wears both like earth tones, neutrals, cool tones, all of that, get the 2-in-1. If you are, you know, strictly black or strictly brown based wardrobe, oh god, English, you know what I mean. Like, get the belt that suits your wardrobe. There's no point spending the extra money on something where you're not going to wear half of it. Yeah, other than that, the process is really easy of ordering online. The only thing is sizing. I got an 85. I really should have gotten an 80 considering that I wear it with my high-waisted jeans and I had to punch extra holes in it. It gives you a little bit of room to have a little bit more, I don't know what the word is. Man, I'm blanking right now. To have a little bit more freedom with it and to not be so worried about, you know, in 10 years, is this still gonna fit? Because you got a slightly larger size, you have more room physically on the belt to play with, like whether it's you losing weight or you gaining weight. please don't take offense to this. This is just the hypothetical of, you know, what if in 10 years you stop working out, or you start working out, or you have a kid, like, you know, this is, anyways, yeah, just take it for what it is. If for any reason your size changes, you know, a little bit of extra room is fine. Yeah, that's about it. That's everything I pretty much have to say. Online. Okay, so the online buying process is pretty straightforward. You will either see it in your size, not, or be able to pre-order it. Probably the thing that I would do is I would always go into your local boutique, and then I would ask them whether they can bring it in for you or not. Gucci has a little bit more difficulty with this concept versus other brands in terms of they don't really do the inter-store shipping for every product, in my experience. You know, it's not like Chanel, where Chanel will literally find it for you in the company in North America, like across every major city's store, you know, in North America, not just in Canada or the US, like, and then they will source it for you that way. Gucci, especially with the belts, when I was buying them at least, they were like, no, sorry, we're sold out. You're gonna just have to wait until we get a shipment in. And then you would have to make a relationship with a salesperson and get the salesperson to text you when you got a shipment. It could be at any time, so you have to be prepared to have them like set aside a belt in your size for you on that day. You had to pick it up within 24 hours, pay for it. So there was no ability to plan for that purchase. But yeah, it just kind of makes things difficult when you can't plan for that, when you know, like, when you have, you know, a lot of other things going on, and then they're like, oh, your Gucci belt's in, and you're like, but I'm like not here in person, you know, like that sort of thing. But yeah, I think that is everything. If you guys have questions, let me know down below. I'm sorry for the lighting, like, in person, I can still, like, it looks the same, but in the viewfinder, it is not the same, so yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.